Wait, everything disappeared there for a second. All right, mic check 1 2 1 2 1 2. Mic check 1 2 1 2 1 2. Let me see if I have an intro here queued up. Let's see if I have. Do I have an intro here? Yeah, let's play the intro.
Why I write without obscenities, provoking danger with broken language and spoken anguish, begging to get hurt. Why would you ask to go through changes? Yes, Lord likes the chessboard, master the angles, control the tempo, be the one who holds the info. Acknowledge is just as deadly as machete swings. When spoken, the truth is as potent as that Medellin. While others swear the style is free, I just let it ring. Our time is undervalued, soldiers make us better kings. My fans on my shoulder, reaching after better things. Today I take the shot, but it might rather set the screen.
My mama told me follow my dreams. My daddy told me get it by any means. Stand tall, make a bottle of king. But I perform, you can see the result. Look in my eyes when you speak in the dark.
Like the for those who retarded, been using what I was taught with the use. I guess they call it proving I'm more than an artist. Penciling out my office, I'm penciling out a harvest. And flowing with gimbals from A to B, just like garages. Instrumental with the largest. And vision what I've been drawn. Broadway to give you wisdom like the great leader on. So big, storm, found comfort in the storm. Peace in the norm when you see them others perform. Organized chaos, I'll cancel the hate.
Yo, party people in the place to be. What's good? It's the #1 Chief Rock in Knicks Universe. Your main man, Uncle Freezy. What's good? What's good? What's good? How y'all doing out there this morning? Yeah, man. Philip Casanovas is in the building. What's good? Greenie's in the building. AJ Boulard's in the building. What's good, y'all? Your man's is in here playing a little hurt. Got a little thing going on, man, but I'm going to try to rock as long as I can. You know what I mean? Never see me in street clothes. What's good, y'all? So I'm a rock for a little bit, man. I not feeling the best this morning, but that's neither here nor there. Just want to jump on the Knicks Morning Drive, man, and speak to my peoples a little bit. Wiz is in the building. Wiz says, y'all want this party started right. Y'all want this party started quickly, right? Shout out to Wiz. Shout out to Uncle Fulio in the building. What's good, man? Yeah, man. Yeah, man. Dr. Uncle Fulio is in the building this morning, man. Uncle Fulio, we gotta do a collab one of these days, man. Uncle Fulio is so Beverly Hills nowadays that he don't remember the little people, man. Uncle Fulio, one of these days, man, you gotta, come and do collabs with the little people if you got time. I know you big time now. So the little people like myself, man, we don't hardly get no run. Yeah, man. Nah, man. I'm not. I'm not like sick like that. I have a condition. Let me put it that way. I have a condition I've been dealing with since birth. So it's that's triggering something. You know what I'm saying? But I didn't want to get into all of that, man. I just wanted to rock with my people for a little while, man. Philip Casanova says, I wanted Game 7 of the East Conference Finals on MVK, and so you feel that was dope getting ready for the playoffs. Bam. Yeah, man. Yeah, man. Yeah. Yeah, man. I'm trying to do a little something, man. MVK is my family. I don't do as much stuff as Sim and them like I used to do. Part of that got to do with conflicting schedules, have nothing to do with love. You know what I'm saying? It don't have nothing to do with love. It's just got something to do with my personal schedule being uneven and unpredictable. You know what I'm saying? It don't have nothing to do with them fellas. You know what I'm saying? It's all me. I have an unpredictable schedule. Things happen like at the snap of a finger, and content creators do all that time and spend all that time and resources in scheduling something, and then I tell them I can make it, and then I can't. It just throw them. You know what I'm saying? It's that. That's all me. You know what I'm saying? Wish it could be better than that, but you know what I'm saying? It is like Run DMC said, it's like that, and that's the way it is. It's like that, and that's the way it is. Yeah, man. Before I get into my Obi thing really quick, anybody have any questions about the Knicks that y'all would like for me to answer before I get into my bag about quickly? Before I get into my Obi thing, is there something y'all want to talk about? I mean, just say quickly, before I get into the Obi topic, before I talk about what this Cavs victory for the franchise, is there something y'all want me to talk about? Is y'all want to talk about the Dallas Mavericks pick? Y'all want to talk about is Tom Thibodeau the right coach for this team? Do y'all want to talk about the future of the Knicks? Do you want to talk about what the Knicks plans are for the summer? Do you want to talk about Josh Hart long term or nah? Do you want to talk about is R.J. Barrett worth keeping? Do you want to talk about is it time to flip Mitch? If y'all got a thought, y'all let me know. Let me know. I got me. I have topics for days. Like I don't need nobody to tell me a topic or nothing. I have like a Santa Claus bag full of topics. Y'all let me know if y'all got something before I get into my Obi bag. So PC, as who you think has to step up more while Randle is gone, Obi or RJ? Who you think has to step up more, Randle absence, RJ or Obi? Honestly, who should step up more is RJ. Who will step up more, in my opinion, is Obi. Because even if RJ steps up, even if RJ takes a huge step forward and averages, say, 25, well, hell, he was averaging 20 anyway. So he increases points by 5 in Randle's absence. Even though that's a lot, it won't be as much as Obi going from 6 points a game to, say, 22 points a game. You feel me? Mets is in the building. What's good, Mets? Good win yesterday. Worldwide L is in the building. The chef is in the building. Make sure y'all check out For the Love of the Game podcast. They'll probably be on tonight. They'll probably be on. They always rocking. They always rocking. Wiz asks, what free agent should we target this summer, and should we list D Rose, or should we let D Rose go? No. In terms of the free agents this summer, I think that depends on who the coach will be going into next season. And Mr. Casanova asks, what's your thoughts on the Dallas pick? My thoughts on the Dallas pick are simple and linear. Give it here and don't say nothing. Just give it here and don't say nothing. Regardless where that pick lands for Dallas, if it lands in the top 10, somewhere from 7 or 8 all the way through whatever, 7 through infinity, give it to the Knicks. And get this whole Porzingis trade in your rearview mirror. Man, it's been 4 years. It's been 4 years. You really want this Porzingis trade to stretch out 6 years? Dallas, you legit are looking at having this Porzingis trade stretch out for 6 NBA seasons. That's how long the Knicks could hold you hostage on that Porzingis trade. Is that what you want to do, Dallas? Dallas, give up the pick. Put the money in the bag. Oh, the alert worked. That's fire. The alert worked. That is fire. Shout out to Paris Duggar. Thank you for the generous contributions. Paris Duggar says, I say after 2 games, Obi will become last year's Obi. Thank you for that thought, brother. I appreciate it. The son of the legend, Kerry Cox, is in the building. Danny Landis is in the building. Yeah, with the Dallas pick, the trade was completed January 31st, 2019. And Dallas, do you really want to let this thing play out all the way to 2025? Man, just pay up and get it over with, Dallas. You handcuffing your franchise. Just don't handcuff your franchise, man. Just give up the pick and move on. Cut your losses and move on. If that pick is somewhere in the top 6, if Dallas, you've got to keep it because the value is greater than what you would receive in return. But if it's like 7 through infinity, give up the pick, man. Give up the pick and get it over with. And if you're the Knicks, it gives you options. You can add either another young player, maybe a young bouncy big, or a young playmaking wing player to go with Grimes and Quickly and Obi. You have a lot of options there. You got a lot of options. Right? Yeah, man. Just if you're Dallas, just do it. Get it over with. Let me ask this though. Where is topic 1? There is topic 1. There it is. Man-child is in the building. Man-child is in the building. Kerry Cox says, we need a good two-way small forward, power forward. And y'all want to get to the meat and potatoes? Me too. I do as well. With that said, y'all look at this. I want y'all to look at that. Right? Don't glance over it. Don't take it lightly. Right? Don't just play the conversation with some, yeah, but it was at the end of the season. You know what I'm saying? None of these games matter. And then when I talk to y'all about stats, then we talking about all 82 games. This is what you see on the screen is the game log from Obi Toppin in April of the 2021-2022 season. That's what you're looking at. These numbers belong to Obi Toppin. These are Obi's numbers. The first thing I want you to look at here, the first thing I want you to look at, the first thing I entice you to look at is Obi Toppin's efficiency. Look at the number of shots, the field goal percentage, and the points per game. Right? That's what I'd like for you to look at. Look at there's a game where Obi Toppin only took 10 shots and scored 20 points. There's a game that Obi Toppin took 16 shots and scored 20 points. That was his most inefficient game. Right? But then there's a game where Obi took 13 shots, scored 19 points. A game that Obi took 22 shots and scored 35 points. And then a game in which Obi took 28 shots and scored 42 points. But in that game, if you remember, Obi Toppin came out the box red hot from three. And the only reason why he kept shooting is because we thought Obi was going to have a historic We thought Obi Toppin was going to have a historic game because he was so hot out of the box at the beginning of the game. A lot of us thought that Obi may score 50 points. Yeah, I remember it. It was a Toronto game where Toronto's rookie Scotty Barnes was mad at his team because they couldn't stop Obi. A lot Wise is in the building. Jerry Fitz was good. And Jerry Fitz says last year's games were no pressure. Different this time around, much different. Oh, yeah? What, Jerry Fitz, what is on the line in these last 5 games? Are the Knicks going to miss the playoffs? Is the number 5 seed in doubt? No. No. In my mind, and this is just my opinion now, I'm not saying your opinion is wrong. I'm challenging your opinion, but just because we differ. Just because we differ. But are the Knicks in peril of missing the playoffs? No. Are the Knicks in real peril of not being the 5 seed? No. The only thing, no, the number 5 seed is not in doubt. The number 5 seed is not in doubt. Check the standings. Check the standings and look at how far back teams are from us and what has to happen for us to lose the 5 seed. Things like that don't happen in real life. Things like that don't happen in real life. It would take some kind of weird calamity of the Knicks' entire starting 5 has to slip on the same banana peel and everybody tears and Achilles. It takes some kind of epic some epic collapse for it to happen. Now, if you said that about a week ago or a week and a half ago, I'd have been with you. But there aren't enough games in order for teams to come and snatch the 5th seed away. We can relax on that. We can. I mean, I'm not saying take teams lightly. I'm just saying we can go out here and play our game and win or lose. We've won enough games in order to be secure at where we are. I'm not saying go out there and tank now or not play your best. But we're confident now that we're the 5th seed. Wiz says, "A look, so the very low power forward and TO are very impressive." Yeah, the fouls, and the turnovers. Yeah. Wiz is talking about the fouls and the turnovers. What is it, like 1.6 fouls a game and 1.4 turnovers a game? And a couple of those turnovers that we saw, it was merely Obi. I think it was. Did they play the Wizards? Because they played the Wizards. Because I think I remember a couple of plays between Obi and Quickly that the turnovers were just were not on the same page. It wasn't that Obi did something egregious. Here's the thing. I wanted to base this conversation in fact and also furnish proof, because a lot of times the narratives that we have are things like Obi can't play, Obi is soft, Tibbs won't give him time to play, he always looking over his shoulder, he can't make a mistake. And I'll admit, I'm a part of that group that says such things. Right? I'm a part of that group. I'm a part of that group that says Obi is soft. He don't bang it on nobody. He don't rebound at a high level. He don't do things the way that Randle does things. I'm a part of that group. And you know what? With that said, I don't know if my perspective on Obi will change, but I can't deny that certain things have happened. Brooklyn Buddha is in the building. I would be disingenuous to say that Obi did not have a fantastic April. I would be fake. I'd be a fraud to say that Obi didn't have a fantastic April. Here are the numbers. You can see them for yourself. Regardless of the level of the competition, and listen, that Toronto team was trying to win. That Toronto team was trying to win, but once Obi got on the roll, they couldn't stop him. It happens sometimes. We saw it with Taurean Prince. Taurean Prince got hot on us, and we couldn't stop him. And we were like, well, who in the world is Taurean Prince? And I think that's the same thing that happened in that Toronto game. I want to give Obi credit, but I also don't want to discredit the Raptors defense. Obi Toppin played his behind off in that game. He was so hot early on, and then think about the mindset, right? That Friday against the Wizards, Obi hit 6 3-pointers. And then he came into that Toronto game that early Sunday afternoon and was red hot from 3. He was red hot from 3. And the only reason why he kept shooting threes is because the team was egging him on, like, shoot it, Obi, shoot it. That was his moment. Last game of the season, what did you have to lose? We weren't going to the playoffs anyway. Just keep shooting it. All right, really quick. What does a victory over the Cavs mean for this year's Knicks? I'm going to rephrase that. I cut out a word and then put the wrong word in there. What does a victory over the Cavaliers mean for this year's Knicks? What does that mean for y'all? If we beat the Cavaliers tonight, if we beat the Cavaliers tonight, what does that really mean in the grand scheme of things? I mean, in my mind, it proves that we can play with anyone. In my mind, it means that we can play with anyone. But secondly, and probably just as important, it means someone on this roster stepped up and had a great game despite Brunson being banged up and Julius Randle being out. So if we beat Cleveland tonight with Brunson being banged up and Julius Randle being out, I think that means we've got something with these young kids. If you're a fan of the young kids, man, show your love in the chat, man. If you like the young kids, if you think tonight is the night, you know Obi went to Dayton. I know Obi from New York. I know that. I know Obi from New York, right? Obi went to Dayton, though. If Obi has a big game in Ohio, and you know what I'm saying, I think the Knicks win. I think the Knicks win. Knicks in 26 is in the building. David L., what's happening? I just want to say, I'm just going to say this one thing, and then I'm going to get out of here so I can try to recover so I can be ready for tonight, right? This game tonight is not a given, but if we beat Cleveland tonight without Randle, with Brunson on the mend, if you see an Emmanuel Quickly, Quentin Grimes, Obi Toppin takeover, trust me, takeover is going to be the phrase of the weekend. Takeover. If Quickly, Grimes, and Obi show out tonight, takeover is going to be the phrase of the weekend for me. I'm going to get out of here, man, and try to get some rest. I'm sorry about the short show. I felt compelled to get on here just to see y'all chat it up for